What is up everybody, my name is Tonny and I'm here with another Warframe guide video, and in this video we'll be looking at the Nidus Prime or the Umbral Nidus Prime. We'll also be looking at the builds for Helminth System or Helminth System related abilities for the Nidus, so I do have some builds for you guys for that. And here we go on the attachments to Dana and stuff, so that's the look of my Nidus. But enough of that though, let's take a look at the builds I got for you guys. So I have 3 builds for you guys when it comes to the Nidus Prime without the Helminth System, so no Helminth System abilities here, or hybrid abilities from other Warframes. So let's take a look at this one here. This one's a Steel Path version, so basically you have all these self-explanatory mods here. The Hunter Adrenaline is a must-have. I mean, I do have Prime Flow here, but Hunter Adrenaline like really gives you infinite energy with this build setup. And I do have the Abundant Mutation here for the passive augment, so I get 200 max stacks. When it comes to the aura mod slot, if you guys want to farm one more time, go for it and replace Steel Charge for the corrosive projection. But I don't really want to farm that, and I do use melee, so might as well use Steel Charge for this, since I use melee with this build. So the idea of this build is basically you want to build up your stacks by using larva. Here is the second build. I don't think this is going to be popular or a common build actually, but for those that have a strain mod on your Helminth Charger, this is exclusively for the companion for the Helminth Charger. So if you guys have that, you guys definitely want to use this build because this will help you guys survive a little bit more, even though you guys don't need to get that extra HP action going on, because the purpose of this strain set is to give you HP. By looking at this, you guys can see that it restores lots of HP if you guys have more sets because of the maggot spawns, I believe. And when it comes to the mod sets or the mods here, pretty much self-explanatory. I do have corrosive projection here and I do have room for that, so it does fit well with my Steel Path build here. Cunning Drift, so pretty much self-explanatory. I mean, it's not that hard. You guys can use all 4 of these abilities, while the Steel Path version can only use, or you guys can use all 4, but it's best to use the Virulence and the Larva though. So here is the third build. Now this one's a little bit different playstyle, not your typical Nidus playstyle, and most of the time you guys will be using the Virulence and the Parasitic Link. Forget Larva for a second. I mean, you guys don't need to have this. You guys can use it if you guys want. I mean, duration is pretty nice. Radius is okay. And you guys can use Ravenous if you guys want. I don't really use this at all because of the mutation stack cost, but I just use Parasitic Link, and look at that. The duration is 93 seconds. Good enough not to spam it. The range is actually 100 meters, which is pretty good. If you guys do it on an enemy, it's 50 meters, but I mean, there's no point. The damage increase is at 52%, which is decent enough, I think, but the major thing here is the Virulence with the augment here for Nidus, which is the teaming Virulence. Now there's 2 things here. One is your ability strength will be the influence for the critical chance amount, as well as your duration for the duration of this critical chance buff. Keep in mind about that. And when it comes to the arcanes, it depends on what arcanes you guys have for this. If you guys have the primary arcanes for these, you guys can definitely put this. You guys should put this on here. So I have 2 builds for you guys for the Helminth System. Now this actually replaces the Steel Path version of this build here, and that is the pull ability. And this allows you guys to go ahead and pull enemies towards you, and you guys can cast your larva. It's not really required to get a pull ability for this. This is just for a fun thing. In my opinion, you guys don't need to have any abilities replaced for this Steel Path build, because abilities for Nidus are actually really well done to the point where they synergize to every single one of each of these together. So again, you guys don't need to have pull on here, but if you guys just want to have some fun, go ahead and add it here. And this second build I have here will be crits. And when it comes to the crits build here, I do have a Breach Surge to replace the ultimate ability or the 4th ability of here. This will actually do a lot more damage than, of course, not having this. So if you guys are planning to have Breach Surge on your crits build, the way you want to do it is you guys want to cast Breach Surge first, and then you guys want to cast your Larva. That way your Virulence will actually apply some damage, so that Breach Surge will actually proc. And once that's done, you guys can use whatever abilities or weapons you guys want to use and start taking out enemies pretty quick. I highly recommend weapons with AoE damage, but if you guys do not like the abilities I have for you guys, there are so many other abilities you guys can probably use. Warcry, Elemental Ward, and other hybrid defensive buffs can buff you and your allies with various quality of life effects when additional damage is unnecessary. Fire Blast, Terrify, and other armor stripping abilities can cripple enemy armor if you guys need that. Firewalker, Spellbind, and other abilities with status immunity can also help you guys with that status effect action, so that way you guys can be more tankier. Or Eclipse and other damage buffs, you guys don't really need it, because obviously when you guys are stacking your Virulence, you guys will be stacking damage as well, scaling damage, which means that you guys can deal with higher level enemies. And that is it for this video. If you guys do enjoy this video, hopefully you guys do, give it a like, subscribe to support my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, you guys, peace out.